Oh well, hello. Welcome to this week's episode of Damsels in Dicestress. I can never get through one of these because you're just so distracting. I had a whole script and everything, but you know what? I need to find a random piece of paper. You know what?
Yeah.
There we go.
I want to see what's
Let's play Dungeons and Dragons.
Hi! We're really scared, guys.
We have fear. I actually have rage for some reason.
Yeah, well, you left on rage.
Who knows why?
That's the recap. Talia's angry
When
for some
isn't she?
reason.
Morne, give us a recap.
Oh, my notebook's broken.
You've really put me on the spot here.
Yeah.
So at the end of the last episode, Richard, Diamond, and Madam B were taken down into the basement to level up. Agatha went first. Rookie mistake. She died. Then Madam B went next. She was absolutely fine. And she became healer. Yeah. Then who went next? Diamond was next.
Richard.
So it was
Richard.
Richard next. He died. Madam B managed to heal him, and then that's when she was like, "Oh my god, I'm a healer!" And so she healed Aggie as well. Then Diamond went. She died. So Madam B did the same. Then Talia went.
Well, Talia stormed off.
Talia wasn't planning on going, but decision dice and went and died.
But she came straight back up without being healed and walked away.
And also we have we spoke to Lucas and we have changed the name of the Brotherhood
Yes.
to the
Wardens.
The Wardens.
I mean, we need to vote on this, but...
We're going to win the vote, so...
Yeah. Intro.
You find yourselves, Agatha, Rosalind. No, it was just you.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just me.
You find yourself, Agatha, with your found family, in the lift, bruised, battered, worse for wear, but perhaps feeling a sprinkle of optimism. As the lift doors close and bring you back up to the main level of the Brotherhood. They open, and the floor is yours.
I addressed the three of them. If you would like to go through to the common area, help yourself to a drink. I'll come right back.
Yeah, I could do with a drink, I think.
Oh, well, we have a big selection, so.
Nice. You all head down the hallway and
Yep, I want to go find Talia.
you all have... Yep, sure. Wait, you go find Talia. Where does she find you?
I think in the bedroom, probably.
I
Just
knock
pacing.
I knock on the door.
I mean, I'm not going to answer.
I'll just let myself in
It's the
then.
bedroom,
Yeah.
so... Are we leaving?
I'm not sure yet. Are you alright? What happened?
just told her to be careful, and everybody was going to follow, and then everybody went down. And then so did I.
Well, I suppose at least we're all a little bit more powerful. I know. But...
Not all of us.
Oh yeah.
I got shunted.
But you're already fairly powerful, so I need more, and so do they. It's not ideal, but we need as much as we can get, and
Yeah, and now we're out for 2 weeks again. So, not very powerful for that, are we?
but we can heal quicker.
It took 2 weeks to heal me, with magic to heal me. There's now 4 of us.
I suppose I'm just trying to see things on the lighter side. I'm scared, Talia.
Yeah, me too. And I'll pull you into a hug.
I'll be back.
Come on. We should go back. Come on.
Right.
I'll follow you out.
Okay, going to the common room then.
Mm-hmm.
Are we planning on heading back to the Velvet Masquerade?
Well, that makes sense.
Okay.
Unless you think there's any reason to stay here.
I don't think so. No. So we gather everyone up
Sure thing.
and make our way back to the Velvet Masquerade.
Cool. Who do you take with you? Just the 3 of them?
Yeah, I don't think Lucas.
I mean,
he's
we
not
put
gonna
the
come.
offer to Lucas.
Yeah.
As
I don't know who's there. Is Howard not there?
No, everyone
No.
else is at the masquerade.
Okay. Cool. Just Lucas and his dog, left alone again.
He's welcome to come with us. Do the usual. Walk somewhere. Hail a carriage.
Mm-hmm. So, a group of 5 of you then, in a carriage rumbling through the streets of London, on the way back to Ratcliffe. Meanwhile, at the Velvet Masquerade, is there anything on your mind?
There's a lot on Rosalind's mind. I think after Lilith vanished, Rosalind hasn't left her room again, our room as it used to be, except to go and borrow a needle and thread, and now she's just sat on the bed attempting to teach herself to sew one-handed, because that's what she used to do to focus and distract herself. And she's not doing very well. But being annoyed and frustrated at that is better than spiralling out, thinking about how close she potentially is to seeing her father. And that's how you'll find me if you are coming down to there.
When we get back, does everybody separate off?
I think your three friends will stick together. They're going to have some discussions.
I need to go speak to Albert. Are you going to stay here or?
I should find Rosie.
Alright. We'll be back in a moment.
Sure thing. We'll be in the kitchen. I'm famished. Can I cook anything up for you?
Yeah.
We got his favourite sausages in.
Alright. Why did you say that?
Sorry for storming off. And I'll leave.
Oh, you were talking to me. Don't worry about it. Get some rest.
And I'll head down to our room.
Yeah.
Give you a kiss.
How was it?
I don't know. It was fine. Everybody's better. Everybody's stronger.
Good. That's
Madam
good.
can heal.
Well, that's fantastic.
It's good news for you.
I should speak to her about that before we do anything. But that's wonderful.
Everyone else went down.
But that's all right. You were all there, and everyone's awake again now.
Barely.
Still, I'm glad they're all right.
How are you?
Fine. I saw Lilith again. She was concerned about the Viscount, of course, and of course I think for her it's very much a last resort, but I believe if things go badly, she would be open to attempting to make things work with him as he is. He does not need to be aware of what he's doing, apparently. So that's also reassuring, should things go that badly. Albert's looking after him now.
And
And what?
And how are you feeling?
This is what we set out to do. I don't know what I feel or think. I'm just tired, and I put my needle to the side. What about you? You don't seem very well.
I don't really know. I got so angry. Again.
Because they went down.
No. Yes, and I don't know.
It's okay to be angry.
But there was no reason for it.
Taya, you and I and Agatha have more reasons to be angry than almost anyone else I've ever met. And I'll take your hand. I know it's difficult, but you can't be angry at yourself for being angry on top of everything else.
But I don't understand it. Nobody gets angry like I do. And there's no reason for it, and everybody will think that it's stupid, and nobody understands it, and everybody thinks that I'm just overreacting all the time, because I am, but I don't understand why.
I don't think that, and I don't think that anybody else does. I presume you were angry towards them, and have they seemed upset with you? Have they turned it into an argument or a fight? I didn't think so, because they understand what it's like. Their lives have been more difficult than ours in so many respects, and ours are incredibly difficult now. I know it must seem very overwhelming, but I do think you have a right to be angry. And perhaps sometimes it just seems like it's being directed in the wrong place, but that doesn't make you a bad person. And Taya, you just saw your father. Everything you're feeling is bound to be overwhelming. It's okay for it to be overwhelming. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of us, and what happened tonight was incredible. It was monumental. We've changed something that's been a part of history for hundreds of years.
We're having a vote. We're changing the name.
To what?
The Wardens.
I like it.
Since most of us are not brothers.
That's good. It's strange.
I love you.
I love you. And I love you no matter what you're feeling.
It's going to take us so long to be back at fighting strength, and the longer we leave it...
I know. I know that I don't think we're going into this at our best. I just keep hoping that he is not at his best either.
If I'm not at my best, I'm going to hurt people.
You don't know that. I mean, you don't have to turn if you're frightened. You can use your swords and everything else. You can save that if it scares you. Save it for a last resort. And I'll be there. And Madame will be there.
And I need you to not be near me if I'm down.
I can promise that.
Okay.
I promise. I love you. Tonight was good. For all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. And hey, we can actually have a night together.
I suppose I live here now. Again.
Sort of full circle.
Mm.
We should
I don't know what we should do. I keep saying we should do things.
We should... Well, we should probably have some dinner.
I think Richard's cooking.
And we should probably, We never did find out from Albert what's been happening.
Agatha has gone to find him, so she might be finding that
All right.
out. I am intrigued.
Me too.
Because if Martha found out that we were unwell, then she surely went...
Exactly.
And what? But she's not been anywhere. Unless she has. But how?
I don't know. We should speak to Albert.
We should.
And tomorrow we should meet and form some sort of plan for what we're going to do with all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we can put things in place. I want to speak to Madame about how to do things, because I presume she won't have Lucas in the way that I did. And certainly she won't have as long. But that can wait. Do you suppose we should give them some privacy first, or join Agatha and Albert?
I don't mind.
You are in the room next door.
Yeah, and like while this conversation is happening is
Okay.
hopefully.
Alright, we'll wait then, I guess.
Okay, so while that's happening, I go off to find Albert.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in the room next door.
Yeah.
Yep, so give a knock. Is he in there alone?
Enter.
I do.
He is in the room alone.
Where's Viscount?
Oh,
He's been
was with you.
Yeah, no,
No,
he's been looking.
no.
Albert looks after the Viscount.
that's
I thought
okay.
the Viscount was just laying there.
No,
No!
the whole time since last night, Albert's been looking after the Viscount, because I sent him out to take Lilith to come and look at him.
The Viscount doesn't count. Right now.
Just laying there.
Wow, he doesn't understand.
And yeah, Albert is just reading an interesting book.
How are you feeling?
Fairly well.
Is he alright?
I mean, he hasn't said anything. He shuffles around a little, but he did wet the bed once, but
Oh.
I sorted it out.
Of course. I meant to speak to it. It slipped my mind, but how was your trip back home?
Yes, Yes, I knew this conversation was coming. I was quite pleased we'd left it till now.
Really?
Well, I did not want to upset you.
Was it that bad?
You're asking about Mother, of course.
Well, yes, but also about the Penhallows and anything, really.
Well, I suppose the good news is that Rosalind's brothers both seem in fine health and good spirits. Edwin, of course, is himself perhaps a little mature. Perhaps the responsibility there was only there for a few days. Georgiana, of course, is ruling the house as she always has, and has got a strong hand in play.
Does she...
Mother was there.
She was.
Sorry, I can't help it.
I'm afraid she's not very well.
In what sense? Like, my type of unwell, or...
I mean, Georgiana has been looking after her there, but she seems to be... Perhaps it's just the flu, but she seems to be coming in and out of a coma of some sort, and it's not always lucid. She seems to be running a high temperature, and when she is awake, not making very much sense, I'm afraid. But she does seem stable, at least. Georgiana doesn't think her condition is deteriorating.
Did you speak to her? Or...
I tried, but I'm afraid a lot of what she was saying was just babbling. Probably on account of her high temperature. But Georgiana really felt that she's not getting worse, just not getting better. She does seem frightfully unwell.
I don't really know what to say.
Perhaps if it helps you, it seemed to be asking after you when she was...
Of course she was, but I'm probably why she's unwell.
No, I'm sure it's just some sort of fever she may have picked up. Perhaps on the travel to the Penhallowed residence. Mother's still young. She's strong. She'll pull through this.
Just... I can't help but feel responsible.
I can't see how you would be.
I'm in London.
Yes, but she's ill. You can't cause someone to simply be ill.
It wouldn't surprise me. She probably worked herself up into a fit.
How are you feeling? You don't look at your best.
I mean, Talia and I went down into the basement, and...
Again.
Everyone, Madam, Richard and Diamond, we all drank some of the blood, and, Madam was the only one who didn't falter.
She is formidable.
Quite. She's a healer. She healed me.
That's good, that's good. You should get some rest. Is there a room here set aside for you?
Yes.
Good.
Well, we're all having dinner in the kitchen if you'd like to come join us.
Of course. Oh! A young man. Man. The young man named Man. I believe he has a goldfish of yours. He asked me to... I can't believe this slipped my mind, I'm terribly sorry. He asked me to tell you that... I forget the name. But the goldfish, she said
Millie.
the goldfish. Millie. Yes, Millie the goldfish is doing well. I presume that means something to you.
And how is he, Seth?
Seems a hearty young fellow, I suppose. Perhaps a little clumsy, but I'm told he's new there.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, you said food? Shall we then? He offers you his arm.
Are we just leaving the Viscount there?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Feed him scraps later.
I feel like because we'll hear you walk past, so I think we'll come out and join you. Sort of, we'll assume you're on your way up for food.
And we'll all head up together.
Get some food. Scran.
Cool.
On the way, I'll. How are you?
I've been better.
Yes.
Need some rest.
Definitely. We'll try and work on that, Madame and I, over the next few days.
Cool. Upstairs in the kitchen, Richard is cooking up a feast, sort of all sorts of meats and vegetables, and it's all just kind of going into like a big pot and things, and he's just like, it's boiling away. The sausages are frying on the side, bowls are out. Pretty much the whole household's there at the moment. And he's a hungry boy. Just in time almost. Won't be long. I'm famished, don't know about you lot. Right.
Thank you for cooking.
No, it's not my forte, but it's just a few sausages, some boiled veg. It's a new world, eh?
Quite.
You say the whole household is there?
Yeah.
All of them, like Zach and Jonathan and everyone as well.
Feeling a little more chiselled, don't you think? The arms.
Definitely.
I'm going to
It's
go
very
over and
noticeable.
I'm just going to like punch him in the arm.
What do you think?
Not bad. I think we could actually like go toe to toe now.
Maybe one day.
Maybe not right now. I'm not feeling great right now, but
Well, I don't
No, I
think
can see.
Richard is either.
well, no, that's true.
I'm fine, just get myself together.
I think you look very strong.
I've seen better.
I know. That's why I've got you all down here for dinner. All of us. I just wanted to say that we've lost a lot of people over the years. Some from disease, some to violence, just some to good old-fashioned poverty. But we're a family and we've always stuck together. But losing Thomas hit us all hard, yeah? But I just think it's going to be the last. We're not going to stand for it no more. I just think we're moving into a time when we can really protect each other better. That's all I wanted to say, really.
It's well said.
And everyone sort of starts banging their cups on the table, sort of shouting out Thomas's name and stuff, and he starts throwing out sausages everywhere. Not literally, they're on a ladle and stuff, and just eat up for Thomas. Everyone just is eating away. He keeps a larger plate for himself. Madame Beatrice sort of standing off to the side, just at the doorway, kind of watching everybody at a sort of more aloof distance. And
at some point, I think I will let myself enjoy just the
camaraderie.
And this one night of kind of rest and togetherness before we have to deal with all the horrible things again. But after a while, I will excuse myself and go over to Madam if she's still over there.
Oui.
I heard we have a little more in common.
Yes, I believe so. I am not quite sure the extent of
Well,
whatever it is.
Perhaps we can talk about it a little more tomorrow. But I think it's wonderful. I'm not surprised actually of all of them. It makes sense. I am still not, of course, the most knowledgeable myself, but there are some things you ought to know, and when we have some time, as I said, perhaps tomorrow when we are not so crowded,
Of course.
I can go over some of those things with you. You know, things are not unlimited, and sometimes you might require certain things. But I'll go over what I can with you.
I would appreciate that.
I think it's fantastic.
Yes, I can feel something in my fingers.
Does she do that?
No.
Didn't think so.
She's never
Be
winked.
very out of character. Especially not with the click.
Yeah. Well done, and just thank you for. I know you were sort of already part of all of this, but for taking to it as you have, and the way you've been for us, even letting us be here now and joining a fight that you were a part of, but you did not have to be. We're all very grateful for you.
Of course, I think we have perhaps upset Taya, but the gift you have given us to repay it in kind is something we are all willing to do.
Thank you. And I'm sure once everybody has rested, things will seem clearer. Talia has been through a lot in the last few days. We all have. This is not to make excuses, but merely that she does not mean any harm towards you.
I know. She is young. You are all young, and she is the most tempestuous of you all. I am.
She has a right to be.
Of course, and truth be told, I see a lot of myself in her. In my younger years, I was known to have a temper.
I can imagine that, actually. I don't mean that in a bad way. I quite admire it.
You should rejoin your friends.
Yes,
Rejoin your family.
thank you. We'll talk more about that tomorrow.
Of course.
Go and sit back down with you.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you would like to do during the ruckus of this mealtime?
I think I'm just enjoying it. Yeah. It's been a while since we've had like a nice sort of like happy-ish sort of dinner with like
I think we all need this night to just be what it is now. Yeah.
Sure.
the
Make
latest gossip.
Yeah.
make perception checks.
What kind?
Visual perception checks. Taya.
Oh, dirty 20.
You're using a tiny P as a dice.
It was doing well earlier, but then it gave me a 2, so...
I believe for me that's a 12. It's not amazing.
Cool. As you sit and enjoy this meal and you look around at all these people who have become your close friends, close family, you look at Richard and the sort of the darkness under his eyes that you saw earlier on. As he eats, as Diamond eats as well, you sort of see colour coming back into their flesh and they're a bit more lively. You can see a spark in Diamond's eye. Not a literal spark, just to be clear.
She's on fire.
Yes.
The god is rejecting her. The god's like, you're poor.
You've not
You.
controlled your magic
Povo.
fast enough, actually. What is it? Spontaneous combustion for you.
Spontaneous human combustion. Oh yeah, I forgot that was that
Canonically, yeah.
Hands up, who thought that was a real thing in real life? Yeah, you start to see some colour coming back into people's cheeks. And yes, maybe Richard is a little more chiseled than before. Diamond just seems to be her usual graceful self. You're not sensing a lot of change there with her. At least nothing obvious for now. She displayed no signs of magic. She simply screamed and died at one moment. Fell unconscious.
Didn't we all?
We've all done that at some point or
Been
another.
there, done that. Been there, done that, got the ring.
But you do notice on a 16,
Dirty 20 I got.
that she is also watching everyone else. And you can see in her demeanour, you sense a sort of protective pride that you've not seen from her before. She's always been very much... She looks after herself first. And this is the first time you've kind of seen her like she's taking a new direction to perhaps put everyone else first because now she can afford to.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we end the episode.
That's
it's a short
really
one,
cute.
but I didn't want to
Oh, I
carry on.
like it.
We have
no,
like
that's
a happy
nice.
We've had like a nice one, guys. I don't want to die.
That was lovely.
Oh,
What the fuck?
come back next week and it certainly won't end the same way, I'm sure.
But
we're never allowed good things
We
for long.
needed a spark of warmth and hope, and so I hope you hold on to that, and we certainly will too, as we move forwards over the next few episodes. Thank you for being here,
you.
and we shall see you next week.
Yeah.
When this night has to end,
Yeah,
probably.
and then things will probably just be awful again.
Yeah. Thanks to our patrons.
Yeah.
And feel free to subscribe, follow us on our social media.
Join our Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then play bingo with
Play
us.
bingo.
And
Bingo's so fun.
don't forget to comment what your updated predictions are for the 3 new NPCs with powers classes, because those are still yet to be revealed, but you might have got a few more clues from this episode. My theories are definitely like spinning away from that. But yeah, let us know what you think, and maybe soon we'll see if you're right.
Bye.
Mwah.
Some